Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. I am your host, Escalante TV. Now, this morning I had a pretty sour taste in my mouth, and really, I didn't have the best breakfast this morning, just given the fact that I went on Twitter this morning and saw that Disney revealed their new cartoon called Primos. So, if you guys don't know what Primos is, it's basically cousin in Spanish. And here's the thing, right? Let's just get one fact straight: is that I do not like the word Latinx, Latinx. It's just one of those things that I just never liked. I hate the word. I just think it's just butchering the Spanish language into like conforming into these new kind of like political and really just like gender dynamic, gender politics type of thing. I don't know what it is. I guess you could call it part of the kind of like part of wokeism, the woke culture that you gotta call it Latinx because it's supposed to embody like all the other genders because Spanish is a pretty gendered language. You say Latino, Latina, and I just never liked Latinx, and I've seen this kind of string of Latinx, what I like to call Latinx media, quote unquote, coming out recently, and especially like movies like Encanto, and I don't know if you could really lump other types of media that I can really think of, but really it's just this type of pandering to cultures and people. I guess you could say it can also go, yeah, for other cultures like uh, I was thinking in my head like Shang-Chi was pandering to China, to Asian Americans, Chinese people, and really in the Hispanic world we have like shows like Primos, and you have productions like this that try to pander to Hispanics, and they're like all about this appropriation. They're like all about the appropriation. Got to have the Hispanic appropriation, but I feel like this does the complete opposite and alienates actual Hispanic Latino audiences. It tries to like pander so much, and it just draws away the audiences at the end of the day, and really end up consuming other media. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, Dragon Ball Z is popular in Mexico. Other forms of media are just more popular just simply because they don't pander to them. They actually make good stories that people can relate to all around. And it doesn't really divide people just based on just pandering to a certain culture. And I was looking on Twitter just to see how actual Hispanics were reacting to this, and it just feels like it just divides. It has just proven the divide between actual like Chicano Latinos and like actual like Latinos from Latin America. So what I mean by Chicano is a word. It defines like um, second generation Mexican Americans. I think like if your parents were born in Mexico and you were born in the States, you're technically a Chicano. Basically, you were raised with kind of like Mexican values, Hispanic values, and then you're mostly but kind of brought up American, and then it kind of creates this mesh of an identity. All right, so where was I going with this? Okay, so yeah, so there's just this clear divide between this, like like people who kind of grammar police Spanish had to come in and rightfully say that in the theme song the girl kind of chants "Oye primos," but technically that's incorrect, just given the fact that oye, the actual word oye, like here, hear cousins, that it just doesn't make sense because it's singular. Oye primos, hear cousins. Like oigan primos sounds a little bit better, and that's what people were doing on Twitter, just grammar policing this. So the show doesn't manage to do this right. It doesn't manage to it doesn't manage to actually represent the language in the best way. And just looking at the actual characters, they look ugly. They look stupid. All of them. They look like this. It wants to be a loud house. That's what I see out of this show, is that it tries to encompass like this huge family. Like, I felt like Disney saw the idea of the Loud House on Nickelodeon and decided, hey, like what's popular? Like big family show, right? It's like It's Nickelodeon's big moneymaker. We could probably do that too. And hey, they even made a spin-off. I think it was like the Casa Grandes or something like that, where they tried their own take on like a Latino diverse type of thing. They tried to do that, and Disney's now tries to make its own kind of copycat based on this, and really just it just embodies that stereotype of like the typical like Latinx media, like, oh, that's relatable because my familia does this. You eat tamales too? I eat tamales too. You eat tacos too? Yeah, everybody's fucking family eats tacos and tamales. What's new? What the hell? What the hell is this show? Just looking at it. What? This cartoon takes place in Los Angeles? What? Terremoto Heights? Whoa, viva la raza! Mexico is so great. And I'm texting this from my apartment in Los Angeles. Like, this is the type of vibe this cartoon brings off. Thinking about kind of just the show stereotypes, I guess it reinforces the stereotype that Mexicans like to breed like rabbits and don't know how to use condoms. That's why there's so many cousins and family members. I mean, that's kind of true. I mean, my grandfather bred like a rabbit and had like 13 kids. So, yeah, I guess so. So thinking about Primos, hard skip for like anyone who's really Hispanic. I mean, it looks garbage, like garbage, just pandering garbage. I'd rather watch. To be honest, as a kid, I was more interested with Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and SpongeBob, or Chowder, or anything that, or Flapjack, the classic cartoons that really captivated me during the day. Gumball, but not this kind of pandering type of cartoon. It just feels like one of those cash grab LatinX woke cartoons that come out these days. Or heck, if you really want to watch a real Hispanic show that actually does represent the culture well, go watch Chavo del Ocho. Just go watch it. I'd say you would have a better time watching El Chavo del Ocho than whatever the hell Latinx type of media comes out. All right, guys, that's my take on this. Hope you guys enjoyed this rant. If you guys want to stay tuned for more videos, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.